All right, and then she turned off. Why? Why did she turn off?
Good.
Air conditioner's not working?
No.
What's it doing?
Nothing.
Nothing happens.
I went up in the attic and I see the boards are flashing.
What is it doing? Nothing's turning on?
It's not doing anything.
So no fan, no outdoor unit, no nothing. Okay, we get my tool back. Oh, door stuff?
Yeah.
No. See, the system is running. System is running. I go upstairs, get my tool bag, and then I can hear the indoor unit running, right? I gotta get my step stool. System is running. Ladies and gentlemen, if something's not working right, it's my tech tip. Just make sure you turn it off. All right, I got my little giant ladder here. I'm gonna carefully. You know what? Maybe the compressor's running, I just don't hear it. Maybe the compressor's running, I just don't hear it. Let me get my gauges. Alright. What do you guys think? What do you think we're gonna find when I take a peek inside here? I don't hear the compressor, but it doesn't mean it's not running. She's not beer can cold. I don't feel anything here. Put that off to the side now. We're elevated. Oh, these are nice and tight. We are elevated off the ground here because of our proximity to tidal water. So, code requirement in certain jurisdictions is to elevate the mechanical equipment. This is our high side service valve and service port. This is our low side service valve and service port. This insulated line has the cool or colder refrigerant making its way back to the outdoor unit, and the smaller pipe that's not insulated, it's 3/8 of size. This is leaving the system and heading towards our metering device, the air handler. So let's hook up our refrigeration manifold using my Testo 557s. This is Testo's 4-port refrigeration manifold. I'm going to take my blue hose with my low loss fittings, hook that up to my low pressure side. Yeah, we're definitely not running. I'm gonna take and I'm saying that because that pressure, should not be that high. It's more close to ambient temperature. And my high side, hook that up here as well. And we have even pressures, almost even pressures. So, compressor is not running, or the system is not compressing any refrigerant, and that's why we don't have any action here. So let's see, let's pull the power and see what happens. Actually, you know what, let's check. I'm gonna check one more thing, right? I want to show you guys amperage to see if we are pulling any amperage for that compressor. I'm going to carefully take off the cover for the electrical compartment, which will expose our capacitor, maybe plural, contactor, and maybe an electronic control board, and put that off to the side there as well. I can't see because of my elevation, but I can't tell if it's swollen or not. Let's grab our amp meter and let's check for our amperage drawer on the L1 and L2 lines. All right, I got my Fluke 902 FC clamp on meter. Got it set to read amperage. Right now we're at 0. Let's get up here and let's check on our L1. L1, and we have 1.3. Yeah, we're not really getting anything here. It's just the compressor. I mean, the condenser fan motor. So we're really not getting anything there. Let's go pull the disconnect. Yeah, there's no compressor right here. Let's put that off to the side, close the door. All right, and there is our dual capacitor. This is a, I can't see, 45 over 7.5. But you can see she's slightly swollen on top. So we definitely have a bad dual capacitor here, without a doubt. We're going to discharge these terminals right here with our needle nose, and then pull these wires off and remove the dual fan and compressor capacitor off of the strap right there, and we'll test it. Right, so I'm just taking a needle nose and grounding out over the wires, make sure that there's no charge there. All right, we'll take our drill and very carefully remove the dual capacitor. Now you want to keep in mind that we are still getting a call for cooling, so we are going to have 24 volts going to our contactor, which is that little thing right there. On one side is our voltage, 24 volts, and the other side, the opposite side, will be common. So if I were to touch this casing to that, I could potentially short out the transformer and blow a fuse, and then I'll be going up to the attic or to the air handler and replacing a fuse. And we don't want to do that, so just exercise caution and or disconnect, stop the call for cooling by turning off the thermostat, or even better, turn off the switch at the blower, the indoor blower. Now, one of the things I want to just point out to you is that we have a set of terminals and a set of wires on the top of this dual capacitor, and you're going to notice that in most cases, one group of terminals will have one or two terminals or prongs to connect the wire. That's generally almost always your fan. The one with 4, the one on the top left right there, that's generally always going to be your common. And the one with 3, that's always going to be your HERM. HERM is for hermetically sealed compressor, or the wire going to the compressor. So let's remove these wires with our needle nose and check out this capacitor. All right, so here that is, 45 over 7.5, plus or minus 6%. This is a Gentech. This is more than likely the original one that came with the system. You can tell she's swollen on top, indicative that the capacitor is shot. And you can test this if you want, but I'm not even going to bother. You can set your voltmeter to read capacitance, which is that right there. And having clean terminals, you'll be able to test what the capacitance rating is given. Kind of like a 9-volt battery, reading 3. Let's go get this from the truck. Today is Tuesday.
Yeah, Sunday was working.
All right, common to HERM, 45. Common to fan, 7.5. I also got some new band iron. We're gonna, the diameter of the hold and the new are different, so new piece of band iron right there. All right, brown to fan, purple to common, red to common, orange to HERM. Let's see what happens. That's the sound of the compressor. All right, and then she turned off. Why? Why did she turn off? Low pressure. Look at that. So not only do we have a bad dual capacitor, we have low refrigerant. Sucks. All right, refrigerant scale 0. Purge out the air. Let's add maybe a pound if we could while the system is off. No, fat chance. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 pound. Let's see what we get. Wow, we're very low. It's also 80 plus degrees inside. Let's go to 2 pounds. I don't want it to go out on low pressure. 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, and 2 pounds. All right, now I do know that we do have a TAM 7 indoor blower. Not a fan. Definitely not a fan. So we have that electronic expansion valve. But we do have a high superheat and high subcooling. And our low side pressure is 103, climbing, and it's 84 degrees inside. So 375 out, 375 high side pressure, and 4 pounds. Yep, not too shabby, huh? Another gas and go. But we are going to be adding the Easy Seal. Hopefully that will work, but no warranty or guarantee. I already explained to the homeowner that there's 5 things we can do. 5 things we can do. Number 1, do nothing. I came here to replace your capacitor, and you're still not going to have any cooling. Number 2, we just add the gas. Add the refrigerant as needed. It's the equivalent of getting yourself a blood transfusion, but not getting patched up and stitched up, and it's just going to leak out again. So there's no warranty or guarantee. Option number 3, we can add a sealant with ultraviolet dye. And the sealant, no warranty or guarantee, but at least you have a fighting chance, prolonging the inevitable. And if we have to look for the leak, we can look for the ultraviolet light with an ultraviolet dye with an ultraviolet light. Again, no warranty or guarantee. Number 4, we do a leak search. Spend time and money, especially with this fin coil right here. It could be here, you'll never find it. And if it is here, you need a new outdoor unit. Just keeping it real. The unit is 12 years old, okay? Number 5, replace the whole system. There's a guarantee on number 4 and number 5. A guarantee on the repair that we make once we find the leak. That'll be guaranteed. On number 5, you'll get a brand new warranty and a brand new guarantee if you replace the system. So I am not happy with these numbers, but I am happy with 130 and 372. Subcooling 28 degrees, superheat 34. Well, at least our evaporator is 45 degrees and ain't freezing, right? Let me get your thoughts and feedback down in the comment section down below. What would you do here with this situation? What are you gonna do about that subcooling? We're gonna start playing around with metering devices? We have a 12-year-old system that needs to be taken into consideration the tentative cost for repairs versus a replacement system and factoring in a leak. So, bad capacitor, leak in the system, possibly an expansion valve issue in a 12-year-old system that's elevated off the ground because of tidal surge waters that are nearby. Do the math, ladies and gentlemen. It is not cost effective to put in thousands of dollars into the system when the end of life is near. Just saying. All right, I got my service port caps back on, and they're tightened. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, your service port caps are your first line of defense against a refrigerant leak. If you don't tighten those up, chances are it will leak, and you won't be happy because you'll be adding refrigerant and then replacing the caps. So if your system that you're working on has no caps, put them on and charge accordingly. You know, nothing's free in this world, right? Actually, there are things in this world that are free, and that is this content that you're watching right now. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and if you haven't done so already, let me get your thoughts and feedback down in the comment section down below. But your way to return this free video and paying it forward back to me is by hitting that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber to the channel. That is the best compliment you can give me. Whether you hate it or love it, subscribe anyway. And hit that notification bell to get post notifications when I drop a video, which is almost every single day. And I've been dropping a video every single day for the past 3.5, 4 years. And I owe it to you guys for allowing me to have the privilege to create content and share with you guys. Really appreciate it. So things in life are free. And Mikey Pipes is right here. Thank you so much, guys.